Hey there, kids. Okay, we're going to have fun today because we're in lesson 28 and this is word problems. So we finally get to apply all this division we've been working on. And let's go. Wake up. It's blurry. And you know what? I'm going to stand up and get the lights to stay on. Hopefully they won't go out in the middle of the video, as always. Although that is kind of fun when they go out. It makes me get up. So we're going to do this jumping right in without the objective. The objective is to solve word problems without crying. Just kidding. It's at the bottom. It says solve division word problems involving multi-digit division with group size unknown and the number of groups unknown. So what do you know? Not much here. We're just going to solve word problems. So let's start out here. Ava is saving for a new computer that costs $1,218. She has already saved half of her money. Hooray! She already saved half of that. That's important. Ava earns $14 per hour. Okay, thank you. How many hours must Ava work in order to save the rest of the money? So they're giving us lots of information. Sometimes it seems disjointed, but first things first, she already saved half the money. So we need to figure out the rest of the money. So first thing we should do is take this 1,218 and divide it by 2 so that we can figure out what that amount is that she has to save. So we're going to set this up with our standard algorithm. And we've done so much division. Now this looks like a really easy problem. So 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 2, 0. Bring down. Now we have 1, and that's not divisible by 2. So I'm going to hold this spot with a 0 because, and I'm not going to do the multiplication. I'm just going to go straight over to the 18 and bring it down and continue dividing. I need to hold this place because 1 is not divisible by 2, but I need to hold it. 18 is divisible, and I get a 9. 9 times 2, 18, and we get 0. So she has already saved $609, and she has $609 left. So if she's earning $14 per hour, then how many hours must she work in order to save all this money? So the next step is to take the 609, divide it by the $14 that she makes per hour, so that we can figure out how many hours she has to work. So our answer up here will be hours. Okay, so 609 divided by 14, if I had 15 and I wanted to get to 60, 15, 30, 45, 60. I would guess 4. And I can use 4 because I don't actually have 15. I have 1 less. So 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. And I knew I would have just a few less. And 60 minus 56 is 4. Bring down, because this is less, so bring down the 9. And 49 divided by 14. Now, again, if I know that 4 14s are 56, it has to be less than 4. But if I do 15 and I say 15 plus 15 is 30, and then 15 times 3 is 45, then I can guess 3 14s and I'll still be less than 45. So 3 times 4 is 12, and then 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So I subtract and I get 7. Now what happens here? Well, I want to get the exact number of hours. So our strategy from a couple lessons ago, annex the 0 and bring it down. I can have a fraction of an hour or a decimal fraction of an hour. So let's keep dividing. 70 divided by 14. And if I am at 56 with 4 of them and I need to go up higher than that, if I went up 10, it would be 66, and then 4 more, that would be 70. So I'm going to put a 5 right here and multiply 5 times 4 for 20, and then 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. And so I'm thinking about how to decide what number to put, what digit to put in the quotient so that I can kind of have an easier subtraction problem down here. Okay, hooray. So this is our 43.5 hours. And so if you want to have 43.5 hours, that's totally fine. You can also recognize that this is said 5/10, And since we're getting ready for Module 3 now, 5/10 is like this in a fraction, and you're going to discover that that's equal to 1/2. So you could say 43.5 hours. So she must work 43.5 hours, or 43.5. Either one is just fine. All right, next problem. And I'm going to move the book up. Look at me, I'm getting so much better at these. I shouldn't gloat because tomorrow I'll probably forget. All right, Michael has a collection of 1,404 sports cards. He hopes to sell the collection in packs of 36 cards and make $633.75 when all the packs are sold. That's kind of an interesting amount. Why not go for 1,000? If each pack is priced the same, how much should Michael charge per pack? So let's take a look at this. We have a couple different things we can do here. First of all, if I have packs of 36, okay, packs of 36, and he has a total collection of 1,404. So this is all of his cards. Okay, and the question is about all the packs that are going to be sold. If each pack is priced the same, how much should Michael charge per pack? So as of right now, we have our 1, 2, 3, and then dot, dot, dot. Okay, so we need to figure out what to do with all these cards. So first of all, let's put the 36 cards in a pack, and we'll divide the 1,404 cards into packages of this size, and we'll see how many packages we can get. So we want to use up all the cards, not have any left over. So let's see how that's going to work out. 14, again, standard division with whole numbers. 14 is not divisible by 36, so scooch over to this place here. We know we'll have a 2-digit answer. 140 divided by 36. Well, if I had 40, if I had 50, I would try 1, 2, 3. If I had 40, I could definitely try 3. So I'm going to stick that 3 up there. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. Hopefully it won't be too close. And the difference between 40 and 8, use your standard algorithm. Take 1 and give 10. 10 minus 8 is 2, and we get 32. So it's a pretty big remainder, but it's still less than my divisor. So since I can't make a whole set of 36, I can go ahead and bring down the 4. Now, because this is really big, my next digit in the quotient is probably going to be a 9 because it's a big high number. So I'm going to try a 9. That's a big 9. 9 times 6 is 54. Carry the 5. 9 times 3, 27. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Bam. We have no cards left over. And so how many packs do we sell? So if there are 36 in each, we would count all the way up to 39. So that's how you can complete your tape diagram. So start by writing what you have and see if you can figure out how to get what you need. Now, I've got all the cards accounted for. Okay? I've got a whole bunch in each pack, 36, like he said. Now I know how many packs. The next part of the question is he hopes to make $633.75 when all the packs are sold. So let's take our $633.75 and share that by 39 packs. Now with decimal division, which is from a few lessons ago, then we have to put the decimal right up before we get started. Our first division with these first 2 digits, we can get at least one set into it. So you think if I had about 40, I can't get 2 in there, but I can get 1. And I have 39. So subtraction, use the standard algorithm. Take 1, give 10. The difference between 9 and 13, and it's not just that 13 is a larger number, but subtract and find the difference. The difference is 4. So keep going, and we have 24, which is less than 39. Okay, so we can proceed. It's a pretty big remainder, but it's okay. Bring down the 3. Now I have 243 divided by 39. Again, if I had 40, you want to try to calculate as easy as you can. If I had 6 times 4, it would be 24. So that makes me think a 6 might work here. 6 times 9 is 54. And then if I had 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And we can subtract. And we're really close here. The difference between 34 and 44 would be 10, but it's 1 less. So it's actually just going to be 9. Then we bring down the 7 because that's a tiny remainder. So bring down the 7, and I have 97 divided by 39. Now if that's really about 40, then 2 40s would be 80. So I can guess 2 here, and I'm just going to keep going. 2 times 9, 18. Carry the 1 this time. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Do your subtraction. The difference between this and this, you can either find the difference between it or take 1 and give 10. This seems to be easier this time. 17 minus 8 is 9, and 8 minus 7 is 1. 19, again, is less than 39, so I can proceed, and I have one more thing to bring down. Bring it down. 195 divided by 39. So if I had 40 and I wanted to multiply it by something, I would probably choose, well, 40. You know, a 4 or a 5. A 4 might be too low. A 5 might be just right because we're not quite at 40. So if I multiply, let's try it out. 5 times 9 is 45. Yep, 15 plus 4 is 19. So 45, carry the 4. We're done with that one. 15 plus 4 is 19, and that's my exact answer. So you can kind of think it through and talk it through before you actually write it. Some people see it faster than others. Pat yourself on the back if you just fly through these. If you have to erase it and start over, that's fine too. That's what these lessons have been showing us. So what did we find out? This was the $633 that Michael hoped to make by 39 packs. So if each pack is priced the same, how much should Michael charge per pack? Approximately $16.25. So then you just write your statement. He should charge about $16.25. And that's just to take that amount and share it evenly between all the packs. So let's move on. Nicely done. Only 2 more problems today, so because they're word problems, and sometimes that can be time-consuming. Gymnasium. Gymnasium is a building. No, that's spelled differently. Gymnasium is building a treehouse for his 2 daughters. He cuts 12 pieces of wood from a board that is 128 inches long. He cuts 5 pieces. We have a lot of information here. He cuts 5 pieces that measure this long and 7 pieces that are cut from what is left, which is our unknown. Jim calculates that due to the width of his cutting blade, he will lose a total, he's going to lose this is going to be gone, of 2 inches of wood after making all the cuts, this sawdust. Okay, so if you've ever seen a circular saw, it's just and then it goes right through the wood, and there's wood bits going out all over the place, and it's gone. So literally you can't take the length of the wood and anticipate having that same thing all in pieces because you do lose wood. So you're going to lose a bunch of wood after making all the cuts. What is the length of each of the 7 pieces? Okay. Let's make a tape diagram. This is going to be the easiest. Now, how long is our piece of wood? 128 inches. Okay, so we start out with the 128 inches, but first things first, we're gonna lose 2 inches in sawdust. So 128 minus 2. So we really have 126 inches that we are going to be working with once we finally get the dust, okay, taken off. So you have to calculate for that. Now I have 126 inches. So he cuts 12 pieces, he cuts 5 pieces that are 15.75 inches each, okay? So we definitely know this amount, 15.75, and there are 5 of them. Now that is, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I want to know how many inches that's going to take off of here. So let's multiply it. Each one is 15.75. Not too neat, but there it is. So this is repeated addition, which means it's multiplication. 5 times 5 is 25. 35 plus 2 is 37. 25 plus 3 is 28. And then 5, 7. So your not partial product, but your actual product is going to be 78.75 inches that are taken away from the 128. Now he has 7 pieces evenly cut from what is left. So this piece here, this chunk, is going to be divided into 7 pieces. Let's just try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's pretend like those are the same size. Actually, I can't stand it when they're not the same size. Sorry, that's just the way I am. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Closer. Not great, but you get the idea. This is the 7 pieces from what's left. So I have 126 to start, okay? But I need to take off this 78.75. Now watch. I'm taking off 78 and 75 hundredths. What are you doing, Mrs. Setness? You can't line them up like that, and you're not going to flip it around. 126 is the total I have left after taking off the minus 2 inches in dust. Okay, I know that this is the amount that I have to take away from the 126 that's left. So this is the whole, and this is what I'm subtracting. So you have to do it in this order. When you have a number that looks like this and you pull from something like this, put zeros and then do the subtraction from the zeros. Yes, you can do it. And no, you don't just flip this around. That is not possible. 126 is the whole. If you don't have something to pull from, remember how you do that borrowing? I can't remember if I've talked to you guys about borrowing with regrouping, but you just go until you can borrow. So take 1 and give 10. Now, if nobody's here to help you at the end, you go back and you take 1 and give 10. Okay, so in the middle over zeros, you always end up with a 9, but you'll figure that out eventually. And on the end, you get 10. So 10 minus 5, and then 9 minus 7. There's my 25 cents different, or 25 1/4 of an inch difference. Now we're over here. 5 minus 8. Can't do it. That's okay. Take 1 and give 10. Eventually, we'll be able to do it. The difference between 15 and 8. And 1, again, it's going to be 11 either way, but if you just take 1 and give 10, you put the 11 together if it makes you feel good. Okay, so you end up with 47 and 25 hundredths, and this is inches. Now, what does that mean? That's 126, so really this is now 126. Okay, minus all the even cuts for the 5 pieces, and then 7 pieces at this size. So what is the length of each of the 7 pieces? That is, we have to take this whole total okay? Because this is the total amount. I can't remember what I was just saying. This is for the 7 pieces, okay? So if you put the 47 plus all of this, then you would get the 128. But I need to break this up into 7. So the next step, we have so many steps here. That's why I'm getting confused. Where are the children to help me stay sane? We're going to take our 47 and divide it by the 7 pieces that we have to cut. So it's a super long problem. That's why I'm trying to keep you from crying. Anyway, 47 divided by 7. We know that 6 times 7 is 42. And when you subtract, you'll have less than 7. And then you can bring down the 2 and have 52 divided by 7. But 7 times 7 is 49. You should know your facts. It'll help you a lot. And then we end up with 35. And that gives us 35. And we have 0 remaining. So each piece, what is the length of each of the 7 pieces? 6.75 inches is the length of each of the 7 pieces. See, these problems are so long, but there you go, and that's your final answer. But not the final problem. Okay, we're going to try to get through this. Oh, the bricks and sticks. Oh, guy, yeah, this is the one that wanted to make me cry, even when I was a teacher. I mean, I am a teacher. How silly. Even when I first started teaching this program, I was like, bricks and sticks? What are you kidding me? Okay, you can do this. A load of bricks is twice as heavy as a load of sticks. The total weight of 4 loads of these bricks and 4 loads of these sticks is 771 kilograms. What is the total weight of, let's take it apart, 1 load of bricks and 3 loads of sticks? So, yes, this is me crying. No, we're going to make a tape diagram, and it's going to be so easy. So, first of all, we've got sticks and bricks. And we know only a few things. We know that a load of bricks is twice as heavy as the sticks. So I'm going to make a load of sticks, and then I'm going to make a load of bricks. And it's 2 of the sticks. Now, what else I know is that I have 4 loads of bricks and 4 loads of sticks. So 1, 2, 3 more. I have 4 loads of sticks. And if this is 1 load, then I would have 2, 3, 4. Now put them in little pieces so that you can see the size comparison. Okay? So all this together adds up to 771 kilograms. Now that you have read it and drawn what you know, and they do not give you very much information here, but they did give you enough to solve. Okay, so what can I do with these pieces that are all the same size? Well, I can add them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and know that all 12 of these pieces can be fit into this 771 kilograms by doing division. So 771 can be split evenly into 12 parts. And that's going to tell me the size of 1 part. And once I know the size of 1, I can know the size of everything. So let's do division. 77 divided by 12 is about 6, because that would be 72. And subtract and get 5. And then bring down the 1. This is not even, but I can do 4 times 12. And get 48, 49, 50, 51. Now I have 3 left, and I want to know exactly what it is. So I'm going to annex a decimal. Oh, there it goes. There's our fun time. I have to get up and dance around a little bit. Always exciting here. Bring down your 0. Annex and bring it down. 30 divided by 12 is 1. And multiply. Nope, sorry. Isn't that now? It's not 1, it's 2. 2 times 12 is 24. That's what happens when the lights go out. The brain goes out. 6 is left, and look, I can see that when I bring down another 0, annex a 0, bring it down. Now I have 60. That's an even division problem. And that leaves me with an exact answer above and 0 below. So what does this mean? It's kilograms, okay, in one piece. 64.25 kilograms for one. Okay, now that you have one load of sticks, you have to figure out, well, what's 3 loads of sticks and what's 1 load of bricks? 1 load of bricks is double that because this is 1 load of bricks. So 64.25 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10, 4 plus 1 is 5, 8, and 12. Don't forget the decimal. 1, 2, 1, 2. Kilograms for 1 load of bricks. That's not our final answer though. That's just one part. And then 3 loads of sticks would be 64.25 times 3. There are other ways you can do it. You can take this and add 1 more, and that's fine. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to do multiplication. 5 times 3 is 15, then 6, 7, then 12, carry, 18, 19. 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is for 3 loads of sticks. Okay. Now, is that the final answer? No, you have to put those together. So you're going to take your, and I'm going to have to go over here, 192.75 and 128.50. And you add them together, lining up your digits very carefully. 12, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 3. And finally, you get your final answer, 321 and 25 kilograms for 1 load of bricks, AD of bricks, I'm sloppy now, and 3 loads of sticks. The sticks and bricks that almost made the children cry. But you didn't because you got this one. So I sure hope this was helpful. I know that it took me a while when I was in the beginning of this great program. Great, in air quotes. If this was helpful, click subscribe and you'll be notified when I have another video. So have a great day and I'll see you on the next